when you're an athlete, it stays in you forever, no matter if you are broken. And you will drive back.
But it's all to be your strength. That,
you have to. But
mentally, you have to be strong.
It's a focus, though.
Yeah.
And if you let go of the focus that you care about, you will be mentally weaker. And you will start thinking about things. You're like, wait a minute, I've never thought about anything else. Back in the studio, Scott.
We are back.
And Kalan as well. Hey, Kals.
Hello.
Mr. Fat Chicken.
Yeah, he is.
He's
He's
I
fat
want a
chicken.
cut, mate.
He was eating grapes when I walked in. See that?
Yeah, but what you don't realise was that he'd eaten 2 Mars bars beforehand.
Did you really?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
Scott's just bringing that up because he wants me to feel on his level. Yesterday he had some pancakes in the studio.
Did you?
Yeah, chocolate pancakes, didn't you?
What's that about? I brought
They
cake.
were actually
I
protein
brought cake, though.
They were protein pancakes.
We're going to find out the taste of the cake. It's probably burnt.
Are you going to cry about it?
Yeah, probably. It's fine. That's what happens. A great episode last week. We were quite serious, and I felt like I was a little bit ranty as well, but we got some nice traction on the videos.
Yep, obviously now and then you just need a personal check-in on life. And talking of personal check-ins, how's your week been?
I've just been in the studio. It's been pretty full on because obviously last week I was in Egypt and I got some stuff to show you about what we were doing there as well, and we can talk about it a bit later on as well.
So when you say studio...
Yeah, I was recording.
You obviously wasn't in this studio.
No, I was recording a song.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Is that an exclusive?
Exclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm recording a song. Right now it's called Only You. And it's about what a child would say to their parent to say thank you.
Wow. Somebody's gone all out with that one.
Yeah.
So to stay tuned, we have the exclusive. So before it goes out anywhere.
Yeah, we'll do it here first. Yeah?
Could you imagine if Top of the Pops was still around now? Would you be on that?
A load of people are like, what's that? Kalan, do you know what Top of the Pops is?
Yeah, I'm not that young.
I used to go to Top of the Pops every single Thursday when I was a kid.
Where was it?
Elstree Studios, where Big Brother was. London.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Every week. Because my friend Helen DeMellon, she knew someone who worked there and stuff, so we just always got tickets.
So how was it being back in the studio then for you?
It was cool. It's kind of stressful. I knew what I wanted to do. I knew what I needed, and my friend Adam Harris, who is sort of like my co-writer, came in and just kind of finessed everything, and we just did stuff that I hadn't even thought of, and we come out with something quite nice. We got to go back because there's some things I want to change and blah blah blah. But it's getting there. I don't even know what I'm going to do with it.
Stressful in a good way or stressful?
Yeah, of course, because like creating is stressful. Like if you create something that never existed, that's really, really stressful. Ask God. You know what I mean? It's really stressful.
Nice.
Yeah.
So Kalan, then obviously now that you've called the Fat Chicken, how's your mental health been this week?
I mean, I could obviously go on a rant, but that's not for me to do.
That's what Scott
right
to
here.
do. That's what Scott does.
Scott knows how my stress levels have been
That's
the
why I
past
asked
few
him.
days. But I mean, I'm gonna keep it PC
Okay.
on
Oh,
here.
PC.
But
I thought it was PG.
Oh, you can say
politically correct.
Yeah,
Oh,
politically
okay.
correct.
But
okay.
yeah, my mental health's been fine. Sometimes get a bit stressed, but I try to reassure myself about my personal goals and my personal aspirations in life. Just to be
words.
professional constantly. But sometimes it can be quite daunting to be in that phase. You sometimes feel like you're going away from.
That's a
what
good
you
thing to
originally
be
wanted to do.
outside your comfort zone and sometimes not feeling control, because to get back to where you want to be, as in like content or happy, you have to have the lows because they don't exist otherwise.
Well, that's kind of what I worked out this week. You've got to have the lows in order to get the highs, right? Because otherwise you wouldn't know what the difference was.
Well, then you're just floating around doing nothing.
Yeah, you're just numb.
Bored.
Yeah, but
And then you think too much. You can't be bored.
No, but I kind of, in a strange way, like obviously me and Kalan were talking earlier. Obviously he's watched the whole of Peaky Blinders, and the basics of it is I'm going to watch it because I've come to the conclusion, even if it does mess with my head, I think it'll be worthwhile.
It needs to be done. You can recover from it.
Well, that's what I mean. It's not the end of the world. Like, it took me a little while when I first started having panic attacks, bits and pieces. It was, I now know it can't last more than 25 minutes.
Right.
So.
Well, it happened in Iron Man a very long time ago. Do you remember? It was either Iron Man 2 or 3, and he had a panic attack in that as well. And the kid has to do the work.
No.
Yeah, it happens in, I think it's Iron Man, I think it's 2 or 3. But yeah, he has a panic attack.
I
He has to
didn't.
go outside the building.
I've seen every Marvel film. I'm just trying to.
Yeah,
I'm trying to
remember.
think it
There's,
out.
there's a
Right.
lot. There's a lot of Marvel stuff, isn't
Yeah.
there? Really. I haven't watched the new series of Peaky Blinders. It's all kind of set up for me to do as well. Cillian Murphy, also up for being James Bond. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I
Who?
personally put it out there. Is it Killian or is it Cillian? It's Cillian, isn't it?
Let's do
Anyway,
a debate. Cillian or
either way,
Cillian?
Killian, tomato. I think his portrayal of Tommy Shelby, just moving on, I think that's got to be up there with one of the best performances in British acting history.
Is it really
Wow.
that good?
Yeah, just
It is
I mean,
good.
from series
I'm
one,
definitely
just,
going to mess with my mental health just to watch it.
just
It is
from
good.
series
Do
1
it.
to 6, just even the scenes where you, the episodes where you think, yeah, it wasn't a great episode. His acting, like I've heard from a few stories, he's not a very nice person. Like he's a bit arrogant, but in
He's
terms
an
of
actor.
acting skills, sensational. But yeah, James Bond, that's definitely worth a shout. You can see him in that, couldn't you?
Who would be your James Bond? Who would you say should be James Bond next?
I mean,
Who'd work?
I think Idris Elba would be a good one.
I think he's too old.
I reckon you should completely change the sex.
No, that's
Well, they
what
kind of,
they've
they
done in
kind
the- in
of,
the
they did that with the 00, didn't they? In
yeah,
the
in
latest
the, in the
film.
final one, yeah, she's obviously the double.
I reckon you should do it the other way around, as in, what's the name?
Jamie Bond.
No,
Well,
as
it's
in-
kind of set up because, spoiler alert, he does have a daughter.
now that
There you go.
What a way to change that into. She becomes, my dad was killed by the Russians terrorists.
Who would
blah,
be good
blah,
at that?
blah.
I think Florence Pugh would be quite good. She was the one who's in
Is that-
the.
Is that the that Bridgerton one? Is that the one you're on about?
I think she's in Bridgerton. Maybe she's in Bridgerton. She's in Midsummer, and she's in a film, and then she's in the Marvel film with Scarlett Johansson, plays her sister.
Oh, her. Sorry, I thought you were on about the guy who plays the main
Oh, no,
role
no,
in
no,
Bridgerton.
no.
Yeah, no, she'd be awesome.
She'd be
wouldn't
good.
she?
Who's
Jesus.
that?
The blonde girl, you know, Black Widow.
Yeah, in
Yeah,
Black
her
Widow.
His
The sister.
Have you seen the film?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
her.
the sister that's basically
Yeah, with just all these spoilers, by the way. Spoiler alert.
that who got brainwashed.
Yes,
by
yeah,
the-
yeah.
The thing in the sky,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
guy, the Russian guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That one.
her.
Yes.
She-
Her or actually Black Widow. I reckon
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
would be a
still
good one.
Scarlett. I do like Scarlett. I think she's great. And I just actually watched Lucy the other day, which is a completely crazy, weird film. But she is also kick-ass as well. But I feel like Florence Pugh would be
Florence Nightingale.
yeah, Florence Nightingale. She would be she's the age demographic would be quite well. But yeah, but just start off a new franchise. You can do different things. We're doing multiverse right now. I'm looking forward to Doctor Strange. That's coming out in May.
Oh my god! don't even go there.
So
Don't
excited.
go there.
Oh, also quickly, Moonlight. Have you started it?
No, I was going to start it with the other day.
Disney
but,
Plus.
I mean, I've
What,
been flat
episode
out
one?
on Snowfall at the minute.
Okay. Cool.
But yeah, need to
Yeah,
watch that.
worth watching. Really, really good first episode. Oscar Isaac, I think is his name, isn't it?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
good
Isaac.
actor.
Yeah, Oscar
Real
Isaac.
good
Yeah,
actor.
because he's in Star Wars. Look,
And
we've
he's an
lost
X-
Scott
and
here.
he's an X-Men. Plays,
He
Apocalypse.
is. Yeah, of course. Hey, this is
Yeah.
this is our escapism, which is movies. I think we've got a new thing now, which is called Hot Topics, which we're going to go and move on to.
Sounds like a plan to me.
What is the first hot topic, Kalan?
Let's just relay from last week. Obviously, Danyl was relating it to mental health when he was speaking about Will Smith and how nobody knows who won an Oscar. Well, say me and Scott clearly didn't. I'm sure there's people out there that
Will Smith did.
that do know what who won an Oscar, but apart from Will Smith,
What
But,
was best film? I don't even know.
No.
That's so
Not too
weird.
sure. It's a bit of a sad one, really. Isn't
But
it?
I think-
I'll find out.
Talking,
Yeah, please find out.
obviously this is mental health and bits and pieces. Do you not think Will Smith's mental health must be getting punished for him to do what he did? That's kind of, to me, a snap.
Well, this is what we can say. What is the hot topic on this right now?
The
What we
hot
can talk
topic
about?
we're talking about is Jada Pinkett Smith.
Oh, the
Very
wife.
hot topic.
I
The
don't
wife.
like her.
Oh wow.
Me neither. Me
Okay.
neither.
What a thing. But you don't know her.
No,
You know, projection of the media of what they're giving her.
I know the
And stuff like
person
that.
that said
I don't control her mouth with the stuff that comes out, and that's got nothing to do with media.
You control about the things you have watched about her and stuff, and it may be a narrative that may be being pushed out by other
Oh,
things. It might not be on her own platform. I guarantee you didn't go to her own platform to see what she said.
No, but her
Have
saying...
you ever watched Red Table?
Oh yes, what the Red Table where she said that she was still in love with Tupac in front of Will Smith.
yeah,
Right,
but,
how did that help? Hang on,
There you
listen,
go,
if
there
that
you
my
go.
wife said she loved some... No, so hang on.
but
you've got
also he's
nothing-
dead. You can still love your ex if they're dead. You can still love your ex.
Yeah, no, of
if
course
you're
you
de-
can,
if
but
they're
it's
dead.
just the way she said it. Basically, if Tupac
was
was here,
disrespect-
you're gone, mate.
Pretty much. If he hadn't got shot, we would never be together. I think that's very disrespectful to Will Smith.
I do
personally.
agree with
that
what Dan's
can't
saying.
help.
You can still love your ex, like
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
the past, and you still.
But he
love
knew
them.
that. But it can't do his mental health any good, though, right?
But maybe they've talked about it before and they're okay. And then when you did get on the to talk on camera, they're like, yeah, we can talk about anything. Like, maybe to talk is good. And to say, this is how I feel. How many times we had absolutely crazy, messed up thoughts and ideas. And then to talk about it, you're like, oh, okay, cool. And then you could have done it on camera and people think, that's the first time you've ever heard it. And the first time you ever spoke to them about it. That might not have been a thing. She might have said, I've always had this feeling and this loss of this person. And you came along and you saved me. But if he was still around, I don't know if we would have ever got together.
Yeah, okay, I agree with that. That's 100%. But when you write a text message, it could be reading a sort of thing. Do you not think the way, the tone of her voice, her body language, everything like that was disrespectful? She could have done that in exactly the same sentence in a more respectful way for her husband now.
Well,
The way
yeah.
she did it.
Maybe they just have an open, honest conversation and that's what it was. And that's how they talk.
Not that the words and she couldn't love her ex. I think the way she said to camera with that moody face of hers, because I really, before this all yeah, she's a great actress, but the way she...
Is she?
Great
Well,
actress.
I say great actress.
Name me some
I didn't-
films. There you go.
I can't.
All right, I didn't have a bad opinion of her. It's probably the better way to put that,
But
right?
yeah, the reason we were talking about her as a hot topic, obviously last week we mentioned about the Oscars. So with Jada, she's had a comment on the whole situation saying that Will Smith shouldn't have slapped Chris Rock, which, I mean, after giving him that look, which obviously we couldn't see, we were all just imagining it. He's got up there, done his business, come off. She's now saying he shouldn't have done it. That has got to...
She's only saying that because she's only saying that for her own personal opinion of the world. She truly deep down was like, yeah, that's my man.
No. But I
She
still
would expect Tupac to go up and shoot him.
I
Come on.
I expect in the situation, if I'm disrespected and my partner's there, I would want them to stand up for me, but I don't want them to hit anyone because now the story is the wrong thing. He could have just
So
defended
what do you
him.
think Will Smith should have done then?
He should have said what he said if he wanted to, but I don't think he should have got up on that stage and just hit another person. And he's lucky, and this is controversial, he's lucky that he hit another black man. He's lucky that he did it that way.
Really?
Yes. Because actually, in society, we actually don't care that another black man hits another black man. We don't care.
No, I don't agree with that.
Because you wouldn't. Because in a situation...
I didn't see in fairness.
No, but
they
even...
say colour, see, everyone sees colour.
Even, yeah.
But it didn't come into
Yeah,
what
but-
you
but-
just said, didn't he? I just see it was two fucking guys. The guy,
do you know
his
what?
wife was disrespected. He's gone and belted the man. It didn't matter if he was black, white, Chinese, or
Do you-
purple.
do you
the
know-
man deserved a slap.
No one, no,
Simple
but
as
no
that.
one is purple. But do you know what, in the situation, the reason why you say that is because you are white, because you can get away with sort of saying that situation. That I don't see any situation, I don't see any color. There is a situation in that. There was a wonderful talk of a woman who went to a school and she said,
So
literally,
you're
she
telling
said
me
this.
if Will Smith was white and he went and hit Kevin,
Hart.
yeah,
No.
Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart, right? Sorry, no, it wasn't Kevin
No,
Hart.
it's Chris Rock.
Chris Rock.
Are you mixing up black guys? Are you saying they all look the same? What's going on? No, I'm joking.
Whoa. Escalated.
But what I'm trying to
quickly.
say is, you're telling me if Will Smith was white and he went and gone and hit a black man, that would be because he was black, not that he disrespected his wife.
No. I'm not saying anything to do with color. I'm saying it's not cared about as much because they were both black.
I don't know. Will Smith obviously was forced pretty much to relinquish his status in the academy, wasn't he?
Well, and even at the same time, Will Smith is mixed race. Chris Rock is black. That's two different things as well. So he will get a less punishment because he is actually not technically black. He's
You're
mixed
telling
race.
me
He's
getting
lighter
away with
skinned.
it because he's black.
You can know because he's lighter skinned a little bit more of it.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, it's a really
You
difficult
actually think
situation.
the world's that political?
No, I'm not saying it's political. I'm not saying it's political. I'm saying in the situation of how we look at stuff. Because honestly, you don't know what life is like to be a woman. You don't know what life's like to be a gay. You don't know what life's like to being trans. So you don't know what life is like being black. And I don't know what life's like being having like the mental health stuff that you're going through, because I don't know that situation. So everyone has his own things. But there is an element if you look at football players, there'll be things that we do and say about football players that we would never say about a white football player. Bowling. We do this thing about Raheem Sterling. Bowling.
That's just the Daily Mail.
Yeah, well, you know, that's a lot of newspapers. But in society, there's a thing that happens that we will judge people more, even if we feel like we're not.
I must walk around with blinkers on.
Yeah, but that in a sense is being privileged to do that, because you don't have to worry about it ever, because it's never been a thing. But honestly, if I'm walking down the street, and you're a big guy, you understand this as well, and there's a girl walking in front of you, right? Yeah. Late at night, what would you do?
Cross the road so she didn't feel uncomfortable.
Yeah. But you don't have to do that.
No, it's just the way I look, my image, right?
Because you're thinking about, because you're thinking, I would do the same, but for two reasons.
Go on.
Because I'm a boy and I'm black. You know what I mean? There's an element of sometimes that, and you think, oh, I would never think about that. But of course you wouldn't, because why would you?
I think of it for what my pet.
If you're walking behind me at the night and I'd be like, what? What's going on? You're definitely going to mug me. But there's an element, and I'm not saying, I'm just saying that this whole thing that's going on right now is, even though it's heightened, right? Chris hasn't done anything. He's kind of not said anything. He's done some stuff on tour and blah, blah, blah. But it is really kind of difficult when we're talking about that a guy goes on stage and hits another guy, slaps him, not punches, right? Okay. And then comes down and this whole culture of like hair, and people talking about Jada and alopecia, which is not great. You've got no hair, right? We take the mick out of it all the time. But, it's just the funny thing about it is they're talking about like she's terminally ill.
Yeah, it's not a death sentence at all, is it?
And she spoke about her hair many times. I don't know if you ever know about black people's hair, right? One, never touch it, right? Ever. Never touch an afro, you can't do that. It's just a thing. You're not allowed to. There's songs about it and stuff like that. People want to walk up to people who are black and touch their hair all the time. It's crazy.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy, right? But also, women especially straighten their hair chemically to have white hair, to be straight hair. Because black hair is not in vogue. I know, it's crazy. And that's one of the reasons what led into her having hair problems. It's so it's so like deep. It's mental.
So do you reckon she's suffering mentally then?
Who the fuck isn't?
That's my kind of where I wanted to go next. It's everybody. It doesn't matter who you are, from the Queen to the man that's sleeping homeless. Everybody has problems in life, dailies, weekly.
It's how you deal with it, isn't it?
Yeah.
And who's around? Who's your friends? Who's your family? Who's the person who's going, come on, you're not staying in bed today?
No. So, like, obviously, we and Kalan were talking before this about Tiger Woods.
Yeah. Next topic.
Well, see how smooth I did that?
What's going on with Tiger Woods?
How long you got? All right, so basically, just try and keep it current. Tiger Woods, after being injured for 14 months ago, he went off the side of a cliff, broke so many bones in his legs.
I didn't know about this.
Did you
and
not?
his back.
No.
He said at the time that was his golfing career done, at least professionally on the tour anyway. He's then shuttled the headlines this week, practicing at Augusta, which for the Masters, first major of the year. So he's been practicing there, just come out yesterday saying, I'm going to play. Wow. So if we're going to go back just ever so slightly, he won his fifth green jacket 3 years ago. Mm-hmm. And that was a battle after he was on top of the world, first in the world for God knows how long, like 2 years. Dropped right down to like 99th in the world, climbed back up, won that. That was a source of adverts for Just Do It, on about mindset. So how does his mindset now, going into that, is it as strong as that, or is it stronger?
It's probably stronger.
I would have said it was stronger.
There's got to be stronger. And do you know, when you're an athlete, I know people who have achieved incredible things, okay? When you're an athlete, it stays in you forever, no matter if you are broken and you'll drive back.
But
and
it's all to be your strength. That,
you have to. But
mentally, you have to be strong.
It's a focus, though.
Yeah.
And if you let go of the focus that you care about, you will be mentally weaker. And you will start thinking about things. You're like, wait a minute, I've never thought about anything else. You know what I mean? His thing has been golf, women, golf.
women,
golf.
women, all women. Bit of golf, green jacket. But in fairness, I didn't know nothing about that crash. So obviously, for him to be that broken,
What a story!
Apparently, Kalan was saying that he went off a cliff.
Yeah,
yeah, he went off. So he was speeding, and went off the cliff. How he did not die is remarkable.
That's an achievement within itself, right?
He probably got loads of pins in his back already because he had a bad back in the first place.
Yeah,
so
he's had. You'd need about 8 pairs of hands to count how many times he's had a back operation.
Loads.
So imagine,
and he's still playing.
Imagine
golf?
you've had your back fused.
Have you seen his swing?
No.
It's crazy.
To me,
crazy.
golf is not pleasurable, but for like Kalan,
as you can tell by my inside knowledge there.
Yeah. Is it just because you can't play it?
I think that's probably got half of the problem.
I'd like to know anyone who is really good at something, right? And have never really become professionals, right? And don't like it. Because I feel like the only reason we don't like stuff is because we're not good at it.
Well, I've got a story for you, actually.
Oh, come on then.
Benoit Assou-Ekotto, who used to be left back for Tottenham, hated football. He'd done it for a job. He said, I don't like playing football at all, but I just do it because I get paid well.
Well, Ben White as well from Arsenal, he says he doesn't watch football. Doesn't watch it.
So you're a professional footballer that doesn't like playing, and you're a professional footballer that doesn't watch football.
Doesn't watch it. He's like, yeah, I play it, but I don't watch it. He plays for England. He plays.
So they actually treat that as a job, right?
Yeah, because in the end, it is a job. It is a job. Everyone's like, oh my God. But everything is, in the end, is a job. When I was doing X Factor and then we're going on tour and we were playing these amazing places, blah, 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 it's incredible. It's a job.
Did you actually see it like that?
Yeah. Oh my God, it was really hard. For what it was and what I'm doing, you have no idea. Everyone thinks it's just like, oh, wow, glamorous. Like, I would say maybe 3% is glamorous.
What, the whole thing?
Yeah. The rest is like, okay. Like, you travel a lot. Now, obviously, people have incredible, amazing, difficult, hard jobs, and I'm just putting it in this thing of just being a musician, all right? And an entertainer. All you're doing is traveling. All you're doing is, if you're a solo artist, all you do is really travel by yourself. You might have a driver, like a tour manager or whatever, but you're just by yourself. You don't have anyone else around you to kind of look after you or whatever. And the people that can be around you, friends and whatever, they may not be your best friends or really good friends because they're free at 2:00 on a Tuesday. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you're like, wait a minute, why are you not at work?
So did you not end up with friends, obviously people like Tiger Woods, Will Smith, but because of who you are or what you are?
No.
Have you ended up with friends that you don't go, well, are you truly my...
No, I don't. I still have the same friends since I was like 14.
Oh, that's so they don't treat you any different.
No, they treat me worse. They're like,
here comes the idiot that's on that.
They're like,
postcode lottery.
He's still a dickhead. You're not special. Don't worry about it. Because I kind of need that. Because if I did, if I hang around with people who are just like, oh my God, yeah. And don't get me wrong, there are those people that are around sometimes. I'm like, please shut up. like
so if you needed your mates, what I'm trying to say is you've got friends that you can turn to, right?
Yeah. And all different things, all different criteria to what they can do. Not one person can do everything for me. So I have loads of different clusters of people, and I expect what I need to expect from them. I don't expect them to do stuff they've never been able to do. I don't expect them to keep a secret if they've never been good at keeping secrets. I don't expect people to help me out financially if they don't have any money. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you wouldn't go to the one that's like normally comes to you for money, right?
Yeah, no, of course not, because unless they've done really well and they're like, actually, I can pay you back. But normally, I always think it's paying things forward. But I have to say, with Tiger Woods, that is an absolute strength and an amazing accomplishment to be able to come back from where you were, no pun intended, back, but, from where you are and hurting your back and then in the car crash and everything that's happened in your private life. Because all these things matter. We just had Arsenal. We just lost 3-0 against Crystal Palace.
Yeah, go on, you Palace.
Yeah, that's true. And you won. What did you win? 5-1?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then Chelsea lost as well. But our defender was all over the place, and he's just had a baby. You could tell he was tired. You know what I mean? You don't know.
So he mentally wasn't in the right place.
No, he wasn't.
So, but didn't you say, because obviously this is the most boring topic ever, football.
It's not.
I'm probably going to get
Reading won as well. Come on, Reading. You're staying up. We're staying up. We're staying up.
Staying up where?
We're staying up.
Where are you staying?
We're staying in the Championship.
At the Hilton?
Yeah, well, no. We'll be staying at the Select Carleton Stadium Hotel.
There was a plug and a half.
8 points clear now, but Barnsley have a game in hand.
Yeah, they're not going to win that, are they? They're only going to get like little 1 points now. But
So
after
their
winning
mental
yesterday,
health must be up there right now, obviously.
Oh, yeah. We get paid less if you go down. So
Oh, really?
we don't want to go to Division 1. Yeah.
So what are Reading going into?
So
No,
basically,
go on.
they're a place above the relegation zone.
We could be going
So they're
By
basically
8
at the
points.
bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's in a relegation fight.
It's tough, though. We did have points deducted. So
And what league is
no,
this?
done very well.
Championship.
Championship.
So Premiership, Championship, League 1, League 2. Conference.
Okay.
North-South.
So then, what, one from the bottom now?
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
one
so
for the
you got
bottom. There's 3 and then
Three at
us.
the bottom, yeah.
So they're ready for the fight for next season if they stay where they are.
Yeah, we should be fine. What's the point tally on this one? How many points clear are we from Barnsley?
8 points clear. Barnsley
Nice.
have a game in hand.
Yeah, they won't
of
win
course, below that you've got Derby, who were deducted. What were they deducted?
A lot of
Like
points.
15 points.
A lot of
were they?
points. Yeah, we were like
Deducted.
9 or 7. Yeah, they took off points. There was something to do with financial
You
stuff.
go into administration as a football club, they knock your points.
Yeah, it's hard.
So basically, like, if you need funding,
So
from
kicking
the
a man when
government,
they're down,
pretty much.
basically.
Pretty
is
much.
that- That's
yeah.
pretty much.
Wayne Rooney's the
Pretty
manager.
much.
Derby.
Didn't he play for Man United, if I'm right?
Oh my God,
Yeah,
where
a
have you
while
been?
back.
Hey, I can't.
Where
stand
have you been? He's played for Everton since, and then he left.
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm not going to belittle you on the situation of the situation that you don't like, because that's fine. But a lot of people do. So Reading, all the good. Next
Okay,
hot
so
topic.
while we're on the topic of coming back, unfortunately,
Oh, you're not going to
June
tell me
Brown,
so? No.
but I'm obviously not going to lead in with that. I'm going to say she died when she was 95, but she stopped
Good
doing
age.
EastEnders when she was 92.
That's an
93.
achievement.
How
and a
would
half.
how for her at 93
Yeah.
to keep coming back into a hard set?
Yeah.
What do you reckon her mental health?
She
how
was
would have
mentally
she-
strong.
She just
pushed on
smokes a
from that?
lot, doesn't she? She's just in between, just having a little cigarette. She's loving life. Did you see when she was on Graham Norton with Lady Gaga? It was like the most amazing thing. It was June Brown, Lady Gaga. They don't know each other. They have no idea. And Lady Gaga was just obsessed with June.
Oh, really?
Yeah, obsessed.
She is an icon if you think about it.
Of course she is.
Do you know what I mean?
Dot
She's
com.
been there from the beginning in EastEnders,
Yeah.
all the way through. To get, like Kalan said, to 92.
I want to know what a house looked like. You know what I mean? You know when there's so
You
so
can
people.
imagine, right?
Ashtrays
I
everywhere.
reckon she's quite posh.
No,
Genuinely.
I
Yeah.
know, not like the Pat St Clements is posh. Who plays Pat? She's not alive
She's
anymore.
posh.
She's posh.
No way.
She's super posh. You should hear her
Oh.
talk. It's so funny.
So do you not reckon, Miss Dot Cotton?
No, I don't know.
I don't
I reckon
know.
she is.
She
you
should have
know.
been a dame
No.
though.
Not
I would.
sure.
I think we should have made her a dame.
Can she still be made one now? Even though, can she not get that time?
No.
Could I just
on,
read
go
this
for
for
it.
you
Here
actually
we go.
about June Brown? So some guy I follow on Twitter reposted this, said, and his words, his caption was, "That's quite some way to start an obituary." So this is, it might even be in the Times. Started off with, "As a child, there was nothing June Brown liked better than putting a rabbit in a biscuit tin, gassing it, and then cutting it up. Nowadays, people would scream in horror at the thought. She said, but we were not sentimental about field animals. I love this section." That's June Brown for you. What
Yeah,
did
but
she
a long
love?
time ago.
Here's a question: what did she love? Cutting up rabbits more or smoking a fag?
Probably smoking a fag. You're not. She probably did the cutting up rabbits like a little bit, and also they're just game animals. Anyone who gets offended by her cutting up animals when she was younger is mental because I guarantee they eat meat. So
Yeah, but that's completely different. Like, I like meat, but I'm not gonna go and grab a rabbit and start cutting it open.
but what if she ate it?
That's exactly what
But-
she's doing.
Yeah.
No, but she's dissection. You don't eat your food in science, do you? When you're cutting up whatever, you're
No.
dissecting
I'm
it to
letting
see what's
off.
inside.
I'm
You're
letting
having
off. She's
fun.
fine. Do you know what celebrities have done much worse?
I don't think that even comes close to some of the stuff that's going on in the world right now. A rabbit, yeah, okay, before people shoot me down over the rabbit, nobody should kill rabbits. But rabbit stew's quite nice, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to get all the vegans now.
they're
you
gonna be-
mess with my mental health.
They're going to be annoyed. They're gonna be annoyed.
Okay, so another, obviously, it's sad that she's died at 95, but what a good innings.
Do you want to live to
Big
95?
Well, I mean, if I'm still
'Cause if
moving
you-
about acting at 93, then
If you're
flipping
still
hell.
moving around like
That's
she
good.
was
Yeah.
and still doing stuff, then yeah, I would. But
'Cause
if
that's
I
a
get
long
to the
time.
age-
Because
that is-
you're 40 now. Sorry.
Maybe.
So there's like 55 years net. And the funny thing is that the first 20 years you're a child, so they don't really count. So you've actually only really lived 20 years. So you have to live like double again and plus 5 years of your life. That's a long time to try and stay sane.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that anyone should check out earlier.
Trying to keep your mental health to 95, that's an achievement in itself.
I think you just got to not think about it or be in counselling.
But do you
all
reckon
the time.
she had bad times, like as in?
Of course, she probably had bad years, but there's a consistency, and I think sometimes with work and jobs, even if it's stressful,
Yeah, that's what I mean. It
there's
gets
a consistent. Yeah, I think it does. I think you notice when something stops, work stops, a partner dies, or something like that, the other person gives up.
Yes.
You know what I mean, and you kind of start going downhill a little bit. So keeping busy, keeping on top of things, making sure you're social. And I think right now, I think it's always good to have the things that you do, people you see, and sort of friends, and having a routine is so important, because if anything stops, you have other things to keep you going. So I think she was good for that.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. I kind of get that. So any hot topics more, Kalan?
Are we at the
Because
end?
there's something I would like actually talk about with the going off the end of that.
I haven't got any more.
Well, that was the 3 hot topics. We're fine. What were you going to say, Scott? And then we're going to go to our next section because I think you got a story, so we'll do that after the break.
So obviously this kind of links in to the both of it, is obviously surrounding yourself, like what you said about your friends, is that you've got different things that you get from each friend, right?
Mm-hmm.
And obviously going into something that's happened to, not to me, to a friend, but obviously I must have be that friend that they can turn to. Obviously, my friend texts me basically that he'd had enough and he doesn't want to be anymore. And obviously he's texted me that. To me,
that's reaching out.
It's reaching out because
most people would just
right, okay, they would just
cease to exist as much.
So I took that as that I was privileged enough for him to actually say, he feels like it, help me, is the best way to put that. And sometimes he's got other friends that he plays computers with, do different things, blah, blah, blah. But obviously to be brutally honest, when the shit hit the fan for him, he knew that he had somebody. And what I'm trying to say is that you should always have people surrounding, like what you said, that give you different things and you give them different things. Because that's what the way he feeds off, right? He was confident enough to know he texted me within 10 minutes. I was on the phone to him going, right, mate, what's going on? What's up? Let's talk about it. Going through it. And we sat there for about an hour and a half, just putting the world to rights. And obviously there was a few bit of tears, bits of it, But I've checked in with him every day because he obviously needs that little check-in. Like, morning, mate, everything good? No, can we talk? Or like, yeah, no, I'm good. And like the afternoon, I might get a text from him saying, we just have and then obviously this has happened or that's happened. All right, okay, well, this is your opinion, that's their opinion, this is that. And just kind of having somebody else's insight on it.
Definitely.
That's on the outside of your mental health problem. I think it's got the reason why he reached out to me is because he knows I've going through it, so I'm not going to judge him.
No. Because
that text message, some people are like, oh, thinking about committing suicide. So selfish. That's a selfish causal. No. It just means you want to get off the ride, right? And obviously what I'm trying to say is for everybody out there, just check in. Be that person if you can to help somebody. It might only just be a quick conversation or a cup of tea. But I had that conversation with my mate and he didn't walk into the sea and do what he was planning on doing. But for me, I feel privileged that I've gone through, it makes my dark bit right. That I've gone through the dark bit, that he's now going through it and he knows that I can help him on his journey through, is the basics of where I'm going with it.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think that most people should try and think of the reason to not kill yourself and what those things are. And if you go back to looking at what Ricky Gervais did with Afterlife, his thing, like, he wanted to, in every episode on season 1, he had
the dog, right?
The dog.
And that
sounds really stupid. It sounds really, but you said the same thing with you, and you're like, you had the kids.
And that's what I did with it, my friend, is basically said, look, if you did that, you've just left 2 kids.
Yeah.
One of them really needs you right now.
Yeah.
And one of them's too young, but is going to need his dad
mm-hmm.
going forward, because all kids need a mum and dad if you can get away.
I think you need as much love as a child, and one of the things that I've noticed with my friends sort of breaking up, and one of the things that that did cause a lot of trauma, but if they break up and they're happier, and then they go and marry well, and those people they marry are really, really nice, hopefully that is the situation. You have 4 people that love you.
As for a kid, that you've got the best of everything, and that's the bit. And
you have dedicated dad time and dedicated mum time, which, if you stay together as a couple, which, is really, really hard these days. A lot of people find it really difficult and haven't been able to do that. But if you have a reason to reach out like your friend did with you, and you have a reason to stay on this planet, then great. And if you don't, let's find you one. Because I guarantee there is something.
Yeah, so I always finish the conversation with him, and obviously this is a lot of swearing. Don't be a fucking idiot. Call me.
Well, sometimes,
and that's what he did.
Sometimes that needs to happen. I think we've said this before. I'd rather hear you whine and moan and have to message me all the time than ever have to go to your funeral.
Yeah.
Like I don't. That's like if
waste,
it's
right?
silent, I worry. If you're whining, we're fine.
You know that you're reaching.
I know you're okay.
I take that as somebody.
The quiet are the ones you have to look out for.
It's the ones. This is why I'm saying you should check in with people. Like obviously, you always off air. You'll text me after the show.
Yeah,
done. Do you know what I mean? Little things like that. Okay, all right. I was a bit doubtful last week because obviously it went a bit dark.
No, but sometimes that's what we needed, and then we move forward and we do the content that we needed, and then we've got this new thing that Kalan and stuff come up with, hot topics, and we kind of do that, and then we move into this section. Like we're now working out. We're on our 10th episode. It's
a journey for ourselves as well at the same time, right?
We're not even walking.
No,
we're scooching like a little kid.
Well, maybe I need to do a bit more cardio then because I was running.
Oh, you need to send me your link, and can we put the link of your stuff that you did last month as well for mine so people can sponsor you, because I need to give you some money. So send me that link so we can
actually got a certificate from him.
Oh, amazing. Well, there we go. We can put that
see if I can put that up, the certificate.
Yeah, we do
well
that.
done, congratulations.
Yeah, we'll take a photograph and we can have it on
So,
social.
okay, let's get to your cake. I want to know what cake that is.
Oh, okay, here we go. We're going to have an idea. So I'm going to be honest. Last time I made a cake, I've got a new mold, and I think that it gets too hot. So I think it does kind of a little bit scorch the bottom.
No way. Have you just admitted it?
Yeah, honestly, I do.
So I was right.
You are right.
So just for the viewers out there, it was burnt, and you
did it taste burnt though?
No, it didn't.
There you go. So anyway, so it's more brown than burnt. Let's just say that it's a darker brown. It's not actually burnt. So anyway, there's a thing that my friend Lynn, who lives in Engerfield, she has a coffee morning at the Engerfield lovely family village hall. Yeah, village hall. And so I went there, and it's really new. So it's 10 o'clock, and you can pop down there, have a cup of tea, have a cup of coffee, have a bit of cake. You know what I mean? So I'll just pop down there. Lynn organises it, and then other people are doing. We've got a Sky Sports person who lives in Engerfield as well, and he's hosting it in a couple of weeks as well. So if you want to pop down, it's 10 o'clock. If you live around Theo, Engerfield...
Is it every week?
Every single week on a Wednesday.
Every single
Who is that? Is that Jamie? Is his name Jamie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Jamie.
No, just...
He lives opposite my neighbour, so...
Oh, mad. Yeah, no, he's a presenter, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I know him. I follow him on Twitter.
Oh, there you go. Well, maybe we should get him in.
Hi, Jamie.
We'll get him in. So anyway, the cake. Is there any cake you don't like?
No.
Okay. Callan, any cake you don't like? I know you're on a diet, so you're not...
I mean, not necessarily don't like, but... Carrot cake.
Okay, it's not
that. I've got like the walnuts in it.
Yeah.
I've got a tree nut allergy, so it makes my
we won't
throat
do that.
go
No, it doesn't have
itchy.
any of that. This is a coconut cake, and on the outside, I on the hob. Sorry, now it's just getting bored. On the hob, I warmed up some apricot jam.
Yeah.
And then so it was a bit looser, and then I could get a brush and then paint it on. And so in a sense, like it has like a jam outside, and then I put loads of like coconut.
Do you know
on
the thing
outside.
that I like about not the cost of the cake, 'cause it does taste good. It's the excitement that you get. That you're passionate about it.
Well, I'm not even that good of a baker, but I just do it.
But you get enjoyment out of it, right?
Yeah. Everyone's like, you should do Bake Off. I was like, no. I don't want to do stuff like that. I don't want to do competitions anymore. I don't want to be judged. I've already done one. So anyway, here we go. So we've got the cake here. Look at this.
By Scott.
So I reckon I could be a judge on the Bake Off.
Here's a little bit. We'll put it on the lid. Have a little bit. Have a little taste. We'll do this live taste, and then we'll see. I'm going to do a little bit as well.
That is
sticky.
Sticky.
Quite coconut, isn't it?
Face, we need to slow-mo that reaction.
It goes great with a good cup of tea as well.
Very British, isn't it?
Yeah, it does. I tell you what would be even better, a little bit of cream. It's not that it's dry, because I think like maybe it's like a little, but I had some with some tea earlier and it was yummy. So anyway, really easy. I just found it on the BBC food guide thing, so we'll make sure Kalan gets some as well. If you've got any ideas of what cake I should cook next, just let me know, and I'll try and give it a go. So if you'd like me to cook a cake...
It's a zippy mud bite. Well. What was the face for? You put it out there.
I did. I'll
That's
give
the
it a go.
sort of thing, right?
I didn't even know what it is.
What do you want for dinner? You say it and they go, oh, no, I don't fancy that. So why didn't you just say what cake you really want to cook?
I don't really know what to cook. I don't really feel like a mud pie is a cake. I think it's more baking. Like I don't really know what it consists of. What is in the Mississippi?
It's more like a, I don't know, like a mousse or
Yeah, what is a
sort
Mississippi
of
mud pie?
like a fondant. Innit?
Yeah.
Did you have the pastry and biscuits and at the bottom?
Oh, is that what it is? I was picturing like a chocolate, like a melt in the middle. But
No.
I've never had a mud pie before.
Yeah, I don't know what it
Mississippi
is. So
mud
that's
pie.
why I'm like, because I don't know what it is.
Oh, put it this way. It's an American thing is what I can understand.
Okay. I make a mean tiramisu.
Yeah, I'll pass.
Are you not?
Yeah,
You're not a
it's
coffee
nice.
person?
No, to be fair,
I love
Do
coffee,
you know
I
what?
just don't
That's
like
a
it
bit
in desserts.
immature. I haven't tried a tiramisu since I was a kid. So
Oh, you
obviously
should-
my taste buds
I'm
developed.
gonna make one. It's quite hard, but I will make one and we'll do a tasting test.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
right. Let's just go.
And I'll make a small portion as well, so just like in a little ramekin.
Okay,
Mm.
let's just wait for Scott to finish that mouthful, and we go dun. All right, I want to hear your verdict on that cake.
Oh.
This time round, it wasn't burnt and it was banging. I'll give it that.
Oh.
That was nice. That was
Is it all right?
much better than the last
Yeah.
one.
Oh, really?
So,
Obviously, my
can I
criticism
get some
worked.
numbers again, please?
What's the numbers?
Presentation,
Yeah.
I will give you this time was 10 out of 10.
It was good presentation,
That was
wasn't
very
it?
good.
Yeah,
The
I made some.
coconut, you must have spent ages putting
Yeah.
each one on it.
Yeah.
The taste, I'll give you 11 out of 10 on that one. That
Oh
was-
my god, I've got nowhere to go.
Wow.
I'm gonna be down next
You
week.
just
Yeah, go. We go. There's always something, isn't there?
There's always something.
Always
just,
something. We like that.
Faisal's accounts tried popping up for some reason. Just press later. Yeah.
Yeah, we do that
See you
later.
later, mate.
Okay, so well, we've done the cake stand, we've done hot topic, we've done a lovely story as well, which I thought was absolutely beautiful from your friend. We've got some lovely things to finish up. So, sentence or kind of thing to leave us with for the rest of the week. You said you had a good one. Callan's got one as well, and I've got one.
Yeah, I'll go last.
Okay, he's going to go last. Scott, you go first. What is your words of wisdom?
Reach out. Don't be alone.
Oh,
There's always help.
that's
out
linking
there.
back to what you said as well.
Yeah,
I like
obviously that's what gave me the thought.
Mhm.
Reach out. Obviously, always reach out. Don't ever do something stupid. There's always, like you said yourself, a cup of tea. There's always around it. You just need that. Sometimes that person just to help. But make sure you check in with your friends and reach out.
I like that. That's really, really nice.
Beautiful.
Mine's a little bit different as well. So it's kind of about when you're trying to achieve stuff, when you're trying to do stuff, it's really, really difficult. And you take so long trying to get, like, even when I'm doing little help and stuff like that, it's so much effort. And it feels like I'm just taking the stairs, really, like it's like the Eiffel Tower. I'm taking the stairs. But when things don't go my way, it's like I have to get the lift down, and it's so quick. And I feel like I'm getting back to space 1 when I was on space 27 or 235. And it's taken me so long to do it. And then one thing knocks me. So my thing is to try and not get knocked by the smallest things and just keep on progressing. Even if you've got to take steps backwards, don't worry, because you've taken so many forwards that it shouldn't really make a difference. So if you are making
But it's
something
also
and
more
creating
of an
something,
achievement when you get there, right?
it's so much more of a achievement. It's more of a journey, it's more of a story, and it makes your autobiography even better.
You've got something to say then.
Always got something to say. Callan, what is your words
Right,
of wisdom?
I'm actually going to go one better than you
Oh.
two. I'm going to go for 2 quotes.
Here we go.
Oh,
At the
go
same
Let's do
time,
it.
I'm not making them up. So
No,
it's
that's
real
fine.
cheat
Yeah,
here.
that's fine. No, it's cool.
Number 1.
Here we
Cut
go.
negative people out of your life. The people you spend time with influence your attitude and thoughts more than you think.
What do you think on that?
Bang on.
Reflect.
Bang on. There's no, if you surround yourself with shit, you feel like shit. You surround yourself with good, you feel good.
Though I do need some protagonists in my life that don't agree with me.
Yeah, no, but you can have someone that makes you feel good. Like, I don't agree with what my mate was saying. Some of the stuff, I was brutally honest with him. Said, yeah, I can see that. I can see that, yeah. But that doesn't make you a bad person.
No.
So I think sometimes you need the truth of people, but also the support that people mess up. Life's nothing perfect. No one's perfect.
Are you okay if people cut you out?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because I think I'm negative to some people, and they don't need me in their life.
No, in the sense of, like, I cut in the last 2 years lots of people out of my life that I didn't think that I needed them, and I need them in my life. Like, even certain people on Facebook, I've stopped following them because it was just negative.
Yeah.
It's always a problem. And if the life was as bad as it was, you've obviously can't be that bad because you've got time to put it on Facebook in the first place.
People worry because I don't put enough on social. They're like, "Are you okay?"
But I get as you with who you are in the world. If
you've got your personal brand, haven't you? So
so you have to be.
I can't take the outpouring. It just drives me insane. Like it was my dog's birthday that died last year, and I didn't put anything up. And people were like, "How come?" I was like, "Because I don't want to have any comments of you saying anything."
Because obviously there could be a negative.
No, not negative. I just can't read any outpouring of any sadness about my dog. Like I can't. So I just don't put it out.
Self-preservation at the same time. And that's also what you should do with people. Bring people in that enhance your life, and you enhance theirs. And the ones that aren't, cut them loose. Listen, a lot of emotions go into life, and obviously you've just got to do what's best for you sometimes. And if it means cutting crap out of your life, go for it.
I'll wait for it when you cut me out. Kalan, you said you had 2. What's the second one?
Yes, and this is just a nice quote here, which relays into what Scott was saying about his friend. When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love.
I think that's a perfect way to finish this podcast.
That's a perfect way to finish the podcast.
Scott, it's always been a pleasure. Kalan, love you.
Merci beaucoup. Hold on a minute. Let's just backtrack there.
What?
That was a French word. I didn't put an accent on it.
No, you didn't. Merci beaucoup.
Merci.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup.
There you have. Au revoir. It's the best way to finish. Ciao.
Au revoir, people.
See you next time.
Look after yourselves.